Good morning. I decided to do another vlog. I put on some good clean clothes, and well, my other ones were clean, but I was kind of cleaning house, so I didn't have my good clothes on. I just had my cleaning house clothes on. Hi, Danny. And I had a okay night's rest. I didn't sleep very much, but I just tell myself I've been sleeping so much for the last week being sick that I don't really need much sleep right now. But I got good clean clothes. I got, well, these are pretty clothes. I got pretty clothes. I got, what are they called? Chicken earrings, which are really fun. My hair is a mess. I'm not wearing makeup. The rest of me is just plain artist Alex, because you know how you see those little caricatures of an artist with like the hair all messed up and baggy eyes? I think that's just the natural artist look in their habitat. So I'm just going to embrace myself and how I like to present myself, because as an artist, you're always about presentation. Presentation is key, especially when you're a professional artist in a business field. But I like to put my presentation skills in my artwork over myself, unless I'm like doing some sort of presentation. But y'all guys are here with me. We're just chilling. I'm making some coffee. I have this cinnamon vanilla cream coffee, and I have my Eat, Sleep, Create coffee mug because that's how I feel today. Let's get go. Let's get going. Let's get going. Shh. As a side note, I wanted to share with you this. Ooh, what is this? Oh, come on. Get out. Ah! I have been in love with Lucky Charm marshmallows in like coffee and hot chocolate. So I got this big 2-pound thing. I didn't think it was gonna be this big. I just ordered it off of Amazon and they gave it to me, and I was just like, holy cow, the girly grail of yeah. So I have a huge thing of these, what are they called? They're Lucky Charms, but they're the off-brand Lucky Charms. And I just go in here with my clean hands and I grab a bunch of them and I just chug it either in my hot cocoa or my coffee, which today it's coffee. Yeah, look at that, clean countertops and everything. Ah, today's gonna be a good day. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna be amazing today, because I got, ooh, yeah. Oh my God, this is so good. Something about having Lucky Charms or off-brand Lucky Charms in your coffee just makes you feel like I'm a grown-up, but I can still be a kid. Because you got coffee, which makes you a grown-up, and then you got the Lucky Charms, which makes you a kid. So yeah, I'm in my 30s. I don't care anymore. My life is just life. You are as old as you want to be, and inside I am always a kid. I'm just a mature kid. So, what is on the agenda for today? I gave myself so yesterday I did a little introductory to showing off my fabrics for my store update, and today I'm going to cut those fabrics into units. And I did do a little bit last night because I was trying to figure out how much I had in inventory. So I cut one of the pattern pieces because I have it only individually cut by pattern. I don't have it cut to units, which I sell it by units. So I figured out that I had 2 meters because it's about a yard. A meter is about a yard, but I buy these overseas, so they do it in meters, not US yards. Or is it like imperial, or it's like standard or versus imperial or something like that? I can't remember. Let me know in the comments. But I had 2 meters of each pattern, and I actually have, what was it? How many was it? I actually have 67 patterns. So I have 2 meters of each 67 patterns. Each of those meters cuts into 6 units. I sell 5 units, and I keep one of those units for marketing purposes. So whether it's taking photographs of my my fabric, whether it's giving it away to friends for like promotional materials, also because I wanted to share it with friends, and I like to spread the love, and I want them to see how cool it looks and just be all happy. And I like giving gifts, so whatever. And I sat down and I did the calculations, then I messed up, then I did the calculations again, then I messed up again, and so I did the calculations again, and I got stuck in a cycle of doing this over and over again. And then I now have this. What is this, you say? This is going to be a little introductory video on how to price your fabrics. Not I say fabrics, but in all honesty, it's for any digital or consumer goods from art. So the idea is taking your artwork, whether it's traditional artwork or digital artwork, and how to sell it as a consumer good. So it's not selling, what are they called? It's not selling originals. So if you're doing a traditional artwork, you would sell the original, which is the painting itself. This is not how I'm doing stuff right now. I'm going to create another video. So I'm planning one video, but I'm keeping on the back burner a second video on top of that. So this video is about selling your artistic goods in a online. So the first one's going to be selling goods online. The second one's going to be selling goods at like a trade show, at a craft store, or is it craft store? Craft market? Craft market? Yeah, craft show. Whether it's like a trade show, a craft show, or an open market kind of place. Any place where you're going to interact with the person and they're going to interact with your goods personally, in person, and just touching it and feeling it. I'm going to make another video for that particular piece. This piece is all about how to sell your goods online. And in particular, this is how to calculate your Etsy list price. So I've been sitting here, I have all these ideas, and I'm a very abstract thinker, so I think about certain pieces, and then I have like certain details of each piece that comes to mind. So I'm just following the flow of thought, which I'm sure if you hear me talk, you can understand that I'm like all over the place a lot. My thoughts are all over the place. So I'm trying to get all of my thoughts in a linear fashion, and then put that linear fashion of thoughts in a consumable little course for people on YouTube. And so I am just like really happy about it. And I wanted to show you just like my little thought process and a little bit behind the scenes of trying to create a video that is more educational as opposed to these little vlogs. Little vlogs are fun. I just kind of like, you know, put the camera in front of me and say hello to you guys and just talk and just be like, I'm hanging out with my friends. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna write a little bit more like this, and then I'm going to show you what I've written and just give you like an outline of how that video is going to look and what my initial thoughts are. I think after I get all of my initial thoughts on paper in a sort of coursework kind of structure, I'm going to then I'm considering either doing a little test piece, so just testing out, because I want it to be like a talking head, which I'm going to be like over here on the side, and then over here is going to be like a little infographics, little animation. And I just wanted to do something that's very professional, very looking, because a lot of my videos are kind of just casual, talk with you, share with you my crafts and toys, and I want to do something that's a little bit more in line with what I do on a day-to-day business structure. So I am feeling very businessy, which is why I put on my good clothes, my face, whatever. So, because I don't wear makeup. I don't usually wear makeup. I don't know, something about, maybe it's because I need to get rid of my makeup and change it out with new things, because every time I wear my makeup, I break out, and I don't like breaking out as much as I hate breaking out more than I hate wearing makeup. So I don't usually wear makeup because I like my face when it has makeup. I think I look gorgeous. I look gorgeous without it too, so but I like makeup on myself. I think I look pretty, but I just don't like breaking out, and I think I just need to throw out all of my makeup and just start from scratch, because I think there's like bacteria in my makeup because I don't wash my brushes as much as I should. Oops. As an artist, I should know to take care of my brushes. But yeah, so I don't wear makeup, whatever. I digress. And so I am really excited. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to sit here and think this out some more, and then after I think it out, I'm going to show you like what my thought process was and get your ideas on what I should add. So if you have any comments, put it in the comments down below, like, oh, you forgot about this part, or what about this part? Let me know, because this is going to be a really nice little info piece for anyone on YouTube. So if you guys want to help me out, I really appreciate it. I'm all over the place, so sometimes there's things that I just miss, and if you catch it, let me know, or if you just have questions and I wasn't very, like, I didn't explain myself clear enough, ask those questions so that I know what to do on this video, because I really want this video to be a nice video. I try to make at least a couple of nice videos a year where I'm just trying to showcase my talents in both the graphic design field and my animations. Like I did my anniversary with a green screen. That took me days. But I was really proud of it because I got to reuse my green screen knowledge, and I got to use some animations, not as advanced animations as I would like, but still. This one I'm going to do sort of like a webinar, a little classroom. I mean, I want to do a little webinar, and I kind of want to use it to maybe keep it a little vague on some things and keep the YouTube stuff a little bit close to heart, and maybe use it to showcase to like a boss or something that, you know, if you guys want to do a seminar on how to teach someone something, this is how to go about it. And so I want to be able to do that. I might even, over here in the background here, I might even use this little whiteboard. I don't know. We will see. I'm full of energy. It's so great to be happy and energetic again. I have just been sick for so long, and then I was depressed, and then I was more depressed because I got laid off, and so I'm a happy person today. I love it when I'm a happy person. All right, I'm procrastinating a little bit. I'm gonna get to this planning stuff, and I'll be right back with you. I'm not sure how this is going to be, but I have dragged you guys to my computer. So I have you on my webcam right now. And I was doing my animation kind of idea for that little learning course I was making. And then my head just jumped back to an idea I had last night, and I just couldn't let it go. So I put a back burner a little bit on my little course planning, and I really wanted to share with you guys my really exciting idea here. So I have this little box here, and one thing that I want to get into maybe at the end of the year, maybe at the beginning of next year, is making Patreon boxes for people to subscribe to. But I kind of want to just dip my toes in this whole idea of creating like a subscription box for people. I love subscription boxes. I used to get these loot crates almost every month, and I was like so excited. So my idea is to make a little subscription box for dog crafts, or just like, at the moment it's sewing. And if you ever see me stop talking and then swallow, it's because I have acid reflux, and sometimes it creeps up on me, and I'm just like, And I just had coffee, and I usually drink like acidic drinks, which I know I shouldn't, but whatever. Anyway, I was thinking of these boxes where you can just have a subscription to a custom fabric that is only available during that month, or to Patreons. I'm thinking like every month I'll like buy a certain amount of fabric and sell it to them for a Patreon gift. But the whole idea of it is that everything's going to be backlogged by at least 2 months. So if I'm making a design, people see it and they're like, oh, this is a great design, I can't wait to get it. You gotta wait 2 months before you get it. So it's kind of an iffy statement on how I'm going to do the whole Patreon information when it comes to that. So I decided to kind of stick my toes into it a little bit and make a gift box to be put on my Etsy account. And this gift box is sort of like tipping my toes into the whole Patreon information. So what I'm doing is I'm creating this beautiful little gift box where I have these boxes, which these are my regular mailing boxes, but I was thinking I could dress them up, make them look like little prescription boxes, like you prescribed and you got this beautiful little box, because my whole storefront is called the Doll Apothecary, and I really want to be able to create things that kind of look like they're prescription based kind of ideas, or witchy based, or like botanical kind of feeling, and a lot of it has to do with like craft paper feeling, blacks and greens. So that's my whole, that's like not my whole, but that's sort of like the feeling I want when it comes to my brand, when it comes to the Doll Apothecary. And so I want to dress up one of these boxes to look like a prescription box. And if I have to mail just one of these out to someone, I'll wrap it up in craft paper. That way the prescription box still keeps its integrity, even though I have to put a shipping label on it. So they can pull off the wrapping paper. If they want to give it to a friend, they can just give them this cute little box, and it's all ready to go, and it's a nice little gift box. Or if they just want to give themselves a little gift and be like, oh, I really wanted this. If they can buy two, shipping those might be a little bit difficult because I don't this is my largest box, or my second largest box that I have, so I'd have to find a box to put the boxes in, but whatever. That is a problem for a future endeavor. But this is just my pre-planning pages. Like, this is my thought process, my pre-planning, my little packaging ideas that I like to come up with. Like, I had the packaging ideas for like making tiny bolts out of fabric, and so this is my next endeavor. And so what I have here is 3 different fabrics. So this was my first endeavor. These are my Halloween collection for last year. I still have a bunch if you want some, although if you do want the pink one, get it fast because it's almost gone. And I am more than likely not going to renew this for this year. I think this year I really want to do my own artwork instead of using licensed pieces that I've purchased. I really want to do it. Anyway, I have 3 different fabrics, which I thought this was perfect because when you buy the gift box, I want you to have at least 3 different fabrics to choose from. And in these fabrics, I want to have 2 different that are 2 woven fabrics and then 1 stretchy fabric. That way you can have a little bit of a taste of what my store has to offer. And I love this little packaging, and I love something about having something in 3s is just really nice. And then of course you have your little prescription, which is going to go in there. And I was thinking at the, like, you open it like this, and then I have this area here, and I was thinking of putting a little antidote, just some sort of like little information going on here. So like maybe it's a inventory list, or maybe it's just I don't know, a little synopsis about sewing and things like that. I think it would be really cool, just something that feels very scientific, and that way when they open it, they have this beautiful little scientific little container. And I just love that idea of having this beautiful, well thought out gift box. Well, I don't want it to just carry fabric, because something about it just, I mean, if you want to buy someone some fabric, just buy the fabric and wrap it up yourself. So I wanted to have some items that were specific for this box. And this box is basically a compact sewing kit for beginners, or, you know, as just a little gift for those that are already sewing and already know how to sew. I'm sure they would want something like this too, because it's compact, which means they can take it on the go and it can fit with their every other stuff that they have. And I wanted stuff that was quality, but I could buy in bulk. So this right here is what I have in mind, and I'm going to show you where this idea come from. All right, so we are on the computer now, and well, we've been on the computer, but here is my my screen, and I have this folder here that has a bunch of things about the box. But here is what I'm talking about. This is a little it's basically a little kit, and it's a little pocket where inside the pocket you open it and then it falls open like a what is it called, a travel kit. Like, it's a travel kit, and then you open it, it falls open, and you have two pockets here and here, and inside these pockets you'll have like different little small notions for doll sewing. And then in the back, it's going to have a little pocket on the back where you have a little piece of paper and a small pencil that you can keep little notes. And that way, if you're like really like on the go and you just want something that has a feel, like a good tactile feel to it, I think this would work really well. So let's show you what I want to put inside this little pocket. So this is a little YouTube video. It is from Minky Kim. I've subscribed to her, so I loved. Come on, puppies. I love this idea, and this is where this idea came up with. Her measurements are going to be different than mine. My measurements are 3 by 5, and I wanted to give her credit for credit's due. She also has a zipper on the back. I want to be more like a little, like, I want it to be more like a folder. Well, not an opening folder, but more like an envelope where I can stick my my little travel book inside of it, because I have these little travel book ideas that I just want to put in there, and my little pencil. Maybe I'll do a zipper, but I'm not really feeling the zipper. I like stuff where I could have really quick access to it. So I'm probably going to do the whole envelope series where I can put my my little, this is a Moleskine journal. So if this was smaller, I would put this in the back of my envelope, and that way if I have an idea, I can just quickly rip it out and do that. And I like having this easy access to something where I like to write on, like, I like to write on, come on puppies, give me that. I like to write on Post-it notes when I come up with ideas, and sometimes when I have my purse on me, or most of the time I don't even have my purse on me, I don't have access to that, and I just want something that's just easy, compact, travel access. And if I have a little idea, I can grab my little golf pencil and grab my little pencil book, my little notebook, and just be like, write my idea down real quick. So I think that's kind of like an essential thing when it comes to making stuff for a little sewing kit. I think having just easy access to jot down ideas or jot down measurements, things like that when you're sewing, maybe even what you want to sew, like a pattern idea, like, oh, I want to sew a shirt, or I want to sew this or that. So I want that to be a part of my thing. So this is Minky Kim, and she has a beautiful tutorial here on how to make this little pocket thing, and I'm just going to adapt it to my measurements and make my own little thing. So I'm going to hand make a bunch of these little things, and I was thinking maybe like 50 would be a nice good count. I want it to be something that's constantly revolving, so I want it to be available all the time. I want it to be sort of like a staple piece for my store. I think it's going to be really nice for like birthdays and Christmas, where you just want to give someone like a stocking stuffer or something. The only downside is I think this gift box is going to be somewhere between $15 and $20. My goal is to make the cost of it below $15, but I'm being realistic. It's probably going to be somewhere between $15 or $20, which is an okay gift. I mean, when I'm buying birthday gifts for people, that's kind of the range I stick to. The only downside is you guys are going to have to pay shipping on top of that. So that's why I'm trying to get it to be below $15. That way when you put shipping on top of it, it still ends up being below the $20 price range. I'm talking USD. So this was my little idea. I love her little tutorial. I thought it was really great. It really inspired me, and it's really something that helped really jump up this idea of a little gift box. Then I went on to, of course, AliExpress. This was another little idea. I was kind of wanting these little Pish Box pins, but I kind of vetoed this. I like the black ones. They're like $1. I thought they were good. I was originally going to put them inside this little pocket, and then you have like your essentials and things like that, but I'm still not sure about that one. Then of course I had these little pin cushion things. These are really cute. I thought this was also a nice idea, but then my mind was like, but I want to brand it my colors, and they don't have it branded for your colors, and so I was just like, maybe not. Then there's another little box. This is like my initial thoughts. I do a lot of research. This is also needle minders are what really helped me a lot, and I'll come back to that one. So then I went to Amazon, and I went to see what they had available on Amazon, and I started noticing these tins. Well, I was kind of flipping back and forth between having a little tin that has all of your essentials in it or having the envelope. Since then, I have decided that I want the envelope. This is the piece de la resistance of what I want inside here. When I think quality items, I think stainless steel. And if you are a sewer, you understand that scissors mean everything when it comes to sewing. You have your sewing scissors, you have your thread scissors, you have all kinds of different scissors. I have a wall of scissors now, which really just has my 3 main scissors, but I have a box somewhere that has scissors that really need to be sharpened. But I love scissors, so I really wanted some quality scissors to go in here, and I particularly like these because they fold up, and so it keeps the little sharp end kind of safely and secured, and it makes it so that it doesn't poke through. And I just love how compact these are. I really enjoy it. The price is a little expensive. There's some here that's like $12 for $15, $16 plus taxes. I have taxes that go on top of that. I'm going to have to figure out what's the best price and the best quality, because I want that to be part of a staple that's inside of this box. I want it to be one of those quality items you must have. Now, there are the fancy little antique scissors, which everybody has or everybody wants, and they are really nice, but it's going to up the price of the box too much, and I really want it to be something that still is quality but still is also affordable. So I was looking at that. Here is a cute little idea. These are little buttons. These are 1.5 inch buttons, and I want to make this little pin cushion. Now this one's about 3 inches. It's actually 2.5. This is a 2.5 inch pin cushion. I love this tiny pin cushion. I find it all over. There's people that have the little tomato that they use, but I like this because it's kind of heavy and it just feels real good. And I thought I could make my own for this box, just make these handmade little pin cushions and make them smaller, so about half the size of this, so that it'll fit in this nice box here. you'll have the box, you'll have the pin cushion, and you'll have your little envelope. And in the envelope, you'll have a bunch of different things, which I'm going to show you. But I like the idea of having a tiny one. I kind of just want to make my own. I just really want a bunch of them around my house because I need what are called needle minders. I tend to drop my needles on the ground and then I lose them. And later on, I'm going to find it with my bare feet, and that is going to hurt. So I wanted to make some handmade ones. This is one of my ideas of using buttons. I have another idea that comes up after this, but this is my buttons. Of course, you need a seam ripper. I really want ones with black ends or white or brown. That's kind of like my color choices for my stuff, but this was just a basic, you know, seam stitcher. I mean, if it ends up being multiple colors and people get like random colors for a seam ripper, that's fine. And a thimble. I'm not really sure about the thimble. It comes back and forth for me. The thimble I don't really use personally, but if you're a beginner sewer, a thimble is going to save you tons. I like the little classic metal ones, but I also like the ones that are rubber. Those are really nice. Also, if you guys been looking on the right here at my at my shopping cart, I have a bunch of random things that end up in this shopping cart, and I didn't want to get rid of them just yet. I'm not going to spend over $700 on my next shopping spree on Amazon. I just toss things in here and then I take them out later, and I like keeping them there for a couple of weeks just to get a feel of it. I'm a notorious shopping cart abandoner. That's what it's actually called. So don't mind it. But anyway, thimbles, that was my idea. Okay, let's see. There we go. Then, of course, I am probably going to do this, but having a little needle kit is a must for a compact little sewing kit. So having a little travel needle set is going to be in there. I was thinking of adding like thread that matches. So say we have a fabric like this. I was thinking of adding matching threads on like little bobbins so that people can pick their own thread. But especially if they're just beginners and they want to hand sew their Barbie doll clothes for the first time or their fashion doll clothes for the first time. I actually was a hand sewer. When I was maybe 10 years old, I would hand sew. My grandmother gave me like this kit of Barbie clothes, and I could hand sew them myself, and it was the best, funnest gift. And I ended up with bloody fingertips, but that's why the thimble was kind of like an on and off again kind of idea. But I was thinking of adding threads that match the fabric that goes into the beginner box or the compact gift box. I like this idea. I'm going to probably price out some people on Etsy and some people on my local Facebook groups and see if someone has a laser cutter and talk to them about creating a needle minder. Like this is a little needle case, magnetic needle case, and just having them see about having a custom made needle kit. I think that would be really cute. And something that most people don't think about, but stainless steel tweezers are also a very big must when it comes to sewing for small dolls. Not only do I use tweezers to help pluck out my my ripped out seams, but I also use tweezers to help turn little doll clothes when it comes to sewing on a sewing machine. So these are a must. You will find that they come in a lot of handy. They come very handy when you are sewing for doll stuff. find a little tin box. So the tin box has a couple of ideas with it. I'm going to scooch up a little bit because I'm getting really interested. I have these little things, which you are probably having one hell of a time seeing. So these are tiny buttons, and then these are tiny rivets and snaps. The tiny buttons are for like button-down shirts and dresses, and the tiny snaps are for pants, like blue jeans. And one thing I really want to do is add these little notions. Even got some little zippers. This is a little zipper that comes apart. I want to add that into the little, like I just want a little notions box, like a tiny little notions box. I also have tiny little Velcro. I was thinking of adding just a little bit of Velcro in there. These are for shirts. I cut mine up into little, I think they're like 2 centimeter pieces. It's either a centimeter or a half or 2 centimeter pieces. And I use these for dresses and things like that. I also have this idea of using snaps. So I'm going to add snaps into there, like tiny snaps for it. I also have a ton, I'm trying not to drop these. I have a ton of tiny buttons, and I buy these wholesale from people, and I just think it will be the best thing to have just like a mixture of different buttons inside a tiny tin. So if you're sewing for dolls and you need a tiny button, I just want it to be available for people to have. So I have all of these little things all around me. Also, I want to be able to put, yes, bandages. I mentioned it before. When I was sewing for the first time, I ended up with bloody fingertips because the little needle was constantly poking my fingertips. But I was determined, and even still, I'm full grown. I have 12 years experience sewing now, and probably more. Oh God, please don't date me. Anyway, I have sewing stuff, and first aid is something that you will find will come really handy when you're sewing. So I have these little dot ones. I think I might even put the little long ones, but I was thinking of putting like a couple of dot bandages, some alcohol wipes, and just put that into your little travel kit. So you got these little travel kits, and it will just be nice to have it handy in case you have like a small boo-boo. So the tin is for the notions, and this was just something else that came from that idea. Let's see, metal rectangle. Where am I? Here I am. And of course, the little threader. These are the cheap threaders you can get. I mean, look, you get for $5, you get 200 of them. These are just super cheap. I was thinking of throwing a couple of them into the little pouch. You never know when they come in handy. Some days you just can't thread the needle. Other days, like I'm just like, I can't thread the needle. So these were nice and handy to have occasionally when you are sewing. Okay, this comes back to the little pin cushion that I have here. This here is wood, which is what I was showing you the button for. I also have little wooden discs, which is my second idea. But my other idea is for the top, maybe using a half of a styrofoam ball and then covering it in a fabric. So I thought that would be really cute, and having it to go with it. I really want a tiny little pincushion for my needles, because I'm always losing this one, and if I had a bunch of tiny little ones just wandering around my apartment, I think it will be just so beneficial, and I would stop stepping on needles. I also kind of want, instead of just having like the ones that you thread, I also like to have ones that you can just have a bunch of needles for sewing on your sewing machine, which I also want to add, but it's not in my list of things just yet. yeah, here are the wooden discs. These are 1.5 inches, and I think the wooden balls were 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch balls. So this would be like a total of 1.5 inches. I don't know. I think I might do 1.5 for the wooden ball, and then 2 inches. Well, 1.5 for the styrofoam ball, 2 inches for the wooden base. I haven't quite flushed that idea out. It's something that I just really want to play with. One thing that I use a lot are little, what are they called? They're like little needle cases. Especially when I'm doing embroidery work, I like to put my embroidery needles in a little vial. It's like a wooden vial you can get. But because I like Doll Apothecary and everything's kind of like prescription, wizardy kind of feel to it, I thought maybe of getting these clear glass vials to use as little needle holders would be a fantastic idea. Let's see what else. Oh, here's the tiny notebooks. These are a little bit too big. I would have to trim them down. So that would mean I need a guillotine cutter. But I can also just make my own. I was like, maybe I'll just make my own. I like the idea of the craft paper, but I also like the idea of maybe using black cardstock. I haven't quite flushed out the ideas for the color choices, but I really want something that kind of has like this crafty kind of, so like craft paper, black lettering. I want this little pouch to be kind of like canvas, like either like Moleskin, like not Moleskin, but what is it called? Muslin. Either muslin or canvas, just something that feels natural and just wholesome. So I haven't fleshed out all the color choices just yet. And then here are the tiny pencils. These are little golf pencils. They're like 3 inches tall, 4 inches actually. They're great little pieces, and you can put it in here and you have a little pencil. I must have an eraser, so there's that. Instead of the styrofoam balls for this, I was also thinking of maybe flat discs, using styrofoam discs, and then using my hot wire cutter and cutting them in half, or cutting them into little dimensions. That way you can put the little, what are they called again? I'm having a brain moment. God, I just said it not too long ago. The pin cushion. So the idea is to have the pin cushion inside here instead of outside, because it would be nice to have it inside the little pouch. If I'm using the styrofoam balls, it's not going to fit inside the pouch. So I thought of maybe some discs that are flat on top. There's also the idea, this one has actually stuffing. So there's the idea of just using stuffing and stuffing it, and that would be okay. But this is something that I'm going to have to do in my development phase. This right now is just my thought phase, and then there is the phase in which where you just kind of like research, like do some little experiments. So I'm not on the experimental phase yet. This is just my thought phase. There's some that come pre-cut. 1 second. All right, I'm back. So this is another idea I thought maybe of using styrofoam discs. I found some that were pre-cut, but they're 3 inches. And if I say that, it's like, that's just going to be too big. I just thought it was too big. I really was hoping to find ones that were like 2 or 1.5 inches in diameter. This is my last idea. Now there's 2 tabs, 2 links that go. This is, I'll just open up the next one on the next page. So you can get, I like to use either Fray Check or Fray Block, and I am always using it. I love it to bits and pieces. but sometimes I lose my fray check or fray block, and I thought it would be really cool to have the little liquid in a dropper bottle. So these are little 10 milliliter dropper bottles. I have one in my, this one is, I have some, but these are 20 milliliters. So it's going to be half this size, and it's going to fit nicely inside my little pouch to have just a go-to little thing of fray check or fray block in my container. And I just thought that was a nifty idea, and I just really wanted some. These have little black tops, which I enjoy. It goes with my whole theme. And I just thought it would be really, really nice to have some little dropper bottles of it. I just thought this was a great idea. So that is what I've been kind of floundering about. I've been doing like a bunch of research. I just love the idea. If I could fit everything into this little envelope or this little pouch, because it's going to be one of those, it's going to have a magnetic little little thing. I have like these magnetic, these are like little snaps. These are gunmetal, but I want to use like the antique gold ones. But you take them and they're little magnetic pieces and they magnetically close. I think these are the smallest ones they make, which isn't that bad if I look at it. So it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. And I want the inside to have like the mesh. I want it to have little zippers here and have all the little things in there from your little tin of notions and or buttons, a little tin of buttons. You have your little zipper, maybe a couple of zippers in there, maybe like one or two zippers. And then you have on the bottom here, I'm not sure where that stopped. So you have a couple of zippers up here, and then on the bottom here, you'll have your little first aid that goes on the bottom. So you can have like your little case of needles, you have your little fray check, you have your compact scissors, you can fold it, close it, and have on the back your little notebook and pencil. And I want that. Like if someone gave me that as a gift, I would be so happy. I would be like, I got my tiny little doll fabrics, I got my tiny little envelope of notions and tools, and I will be just like, look, and even the size of it just goes really well. When I was sizing this envelope or this little pouch, I was making sure that it would look really cute with my little bolts of fabric. And then you put that in your little case here, and maybe I want to do some more stuff, but I want to put like maybe your little pen cushion there, maybe something else. I do not know. I'm still thinking of ideas. And then you close it and it looks like a prescription. I think that would be really cute. So this is like my little idea that I've been like playing around with today. And oh yeah, and don't forget your little prescription. And then in the side, you're gonna have your little repertoire of things, and it's just going to be like, oh, I might even dress it up. Wouldn't that be fun, just to dress it up a little bit? Oh my god, I'm having way too much fun. So that's my idea. I wonder what else is going to happen today. I don't know. Apparently I'm not going to be doing the things that I really wanted to do. I had a plan this morning and now I'm not doing it. So let's see. Hi guys, Editing Alex here. I'm editing my video and I just realized how long it's getting. So I decided to cut the rest of the footage short. Basically I was going to put the patterns of the fabric at the end of this video, but I'm going to make a separate video for it and try to still get it out on Monday like I promised in my last video. I'm still cutting. I saw my boyfriend yesterday and then I just didn't feel like cutting yesterday, cutting fabric. And it's been a couple of days since my last clip. It's actually, I did that on Friday and it's now Sunday, so I'm just going to edit the video and try to get it out today. Or, yeah, I'm going to try to get it out today. That way on Monday I can do my fabric things, and then probably Monday night try to do the pattern. So that's what I'm doing. I'm a little tired. I just woke up. I finally got like sleep, and because I've only been getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep for the past 3 nights, last night I actually got 12 hours of sleep because my body was like, oh, you're finally starting to settle down. I'm gonna go sleep. So I ran myself ragged these past couple of days between making the vlogs and stuff, and I am just grateful that I finally got some sleep. So yay me! Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Don't want to make it any longer than it already is. Love you guys. If you got to the end and you watched all of it, much appreciation. I know it was a very long video, but I hoped you got some things out of it between my gift box idea that I wanted to put out there. The gift box idea is probably not going to be something I'm going to do until after the summer, because I got a lot of things planned coming up for the next couple of months. I am starting to become the YouTuber that plans things. Oh my god, my cat is going crazy. I'm starting to plan things. So my plans are like for the next 4 months. I already have plans. I was talking to Jamie from Let's Talk with Jamie. She's another YouTuber. I love her. She does these little lives, and she does all these little like talks, and like she shares all these dolls and things, which are really cool. And she does Cabbage Patch dolls, which freak the hell out of me because they look like Chucky and I want to punt them across the room. And I was talking with her, and we were talking about doing going to meet up and doing a sort of like a dog, it's like a doll show, I believe. It's not a dog convention. I think it's just a doll show. They're all pretty much the same. It's like a trade show, but it's really fun. So I will talk more about that in a later video. I am really excited. I just love you guys. I need to really wrap this up because I'm gonna start procrastinating again. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched it all, yay! Thank you so much. Much appreciation. You have my heart. If you like the video, don't forget to like. I was gonna go do a jingle, but if you have any comments, put it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Love you guys. Bye bye. Oh, I want to do that wave that I did last time. Ooh, yeah. I love that wave. Okay. Bye bye, guys.